Hi, welcome to Gary's Garage. Today we have a special day. It's always a special day in a garage when you get to drop an engine in a car. It only happens a few times a year, so it's pretty exciting over here. So what I want to do before we shoot some video of it actually going in, I'm going to have some help today. So when we get to that, there'll be two of us here. So, but I want to just go over quickly what I've done in preparation to make sure, because any job you can do on the engine before you put it in is a lot easier than doing it after it's in the car. I mean, even with the lift, some of the jobs underneath are going to be pretty easy, but still, it's nice to get as much done as you can before you drop it in. So I'll just show you a couple of things around that we've got prepped up, and away we go. So on the engine, we've got, this morning I've gone through and mounted the power steering pump and installed the serpentine belt, and make sure I've turned the engine over a few times, make sure everything is good. As far as that's concerned, always go clockwise. And then I've gone around, I've checked up the hoist, made sure that the engine is level. When we slide it down, we're going to get tail down. I've done some measurements. I pre-installed the ignition wires, which is the ones that go to the coilover plugs. But I haven't put the fuel injector cable or the rest of the cables in. And you may have seen in a previous video, I've gone around and made sure all the sensors are installed for the EFI system, as well as for the gauges on the dash. So there's a bit of duplicates, like there's two water temperature controls, and there's oil pressure on the dash as well as oil temperature. As far as the engine compartment is done, all the main wiring is complete. We have the wiring for the alternator, which is sitting up here. Because I want to trim it, I've left it sort of loose. We've got the EFI wire harness. And here you can see the clutch cable is sitting down there, ready to hook up. I want to make sure I get it in the right place. And the starter cable is down here, as well as the starter solenoid cable is there. So that should be all good. One of the last things I need to do, haven't done it yet, is install the rear transmission mount. What I'm going to do is I'm going to install it on the tail, and that way, so all we'll need to do is put the bolts to hold it in, but it should hold itself as long as it's located, you know, just sitting there. And then the other thing I've done is installed the starter motor. So the starter motor is that's ready to go. I kind of think that this would be a pretty tough job to put in once it's in the car. I don't know what because of the frame rail going across here, I'm thinking it's going to be pretty tight. So I think it's smart to get this in ahead of time. I don't think it's going to interfere as we put it in. So there's the prep work. Yeah. Did you want to set a couple? We might have a bit of an issue. We may have to take the car off the lift. All right. So it's kind of like these are the back wheels of your car. It's like backing this in, so you have to actually steer it this way pretty wide, and then we might even have to push these over a bit.
A lot of tubes and stuff. Oh, we're gonna pop the engine bolts off.
Oh, the nuts.
Yes, 3 nuts and bolts. Nuts.
And we turning that already?
We're not past the other. Past the one.
Okay, that's true. Okay, so we're not going to we don't know. Well, 3 quarters before we see it, we're going to move back.
It's a. It's close.
Almost like half a circuit. So now, if you can push it back a little bit. So we're now. So now I'm slowing down. Okay, so let's actually just whatever we're there. Let's chase here. And right, cool. Maybe get straight or something. Okay. Right, so let's go. Okay. There we go. Straight off. That's good. Push back. That's all you do. That's the tail. I need this bar. So just fine. Right outside. Just look
Are we on the transmission mount back there?
We're above the plate, yeah.
Above the plate,
Yeah, we're above the plate. So, but we're not, the transmission mount isn't far enough back yet.
Right.
So it's still a little bit below, but we just have to, we now have to get the shifter on the other side of this bar. To do that, we need to be about a half an inch lower,
Okay.
and then we can push it back a bit. Alright, so how many other need? Just a sec. That's weird. Transmission's all the way over to that side of the tail. Okay, so let it down. I think it's going to go right in. Right there. Yeah. Okay, let it down.
Let it down.
Let it down.
What's that little click, flip, some catch on that side? Something clicked on that side.
It's in, man.
It's what? It's in.
It's in.
So there's no. Perfect.
So I just have to get this out of. Well, now that I've got this in, I can see I could have pretty easily, without the body on it, it would be easy to do the starter.
Right.
But with the body on, that's gonna
Yeah,
be.
no chance.
Yeah, you'd have to go like this way.
Yeah.
Holy schmoly! But we're in like flint.
So let's lower it some more.
Yeah, actually we can take the lift away.
Okay.
So we're gonna lower it down and then unhook it, chains off. Now the weight is on the chassis. Oh,
Cool. There we go.
yeah, okay, we still take this out.
Yeah, we'll go.
Okay, good.
Just need to hook it and perfect wood solution.
Well, it's in, as they say. It was a little finicky to get in, but you know, I have to say, we did pretty good. So you can see how tight the space is in the back. About a finger's worth of space there on the driver's side, and a little bit more space on this side when you look at it, but it's still, you know, that's only a finger's worth of space there. You know, grind that off, but that's part of the head. You don't want to do that. So, but the good news is all the other parts that were installed, fuel lines, battery cables, things like that, harnesses, nothing interfered, and so we're all good. We've got the clutch hooked up. We did just a temporary fit of the shifter to see if it was we're going to be okay, and we're okay, although that's not connected right. And we got the transmission mounted in, so that's good. So really, this is a big turning point. I can start moving ahead, getting the next jobs are going to be the power steering pump, which I installed this morning. Get the lines in, the reservoir in, get that all plumbed up, get the rad in, get the rad hoses going, that kind of stuff. Get the drive shaft in. I got some electrical to finish, so the engine electrical harness can be worked up, and see how I'm going to route it and how I'm going to tie it, make it neat. So we got that, and then there's a bunch of cables like the alternator cable, which I need to run. Obviously this is where it goes to, needs to be trimmed and cut, but you know, we want to integrate it with the other wiring harnesses. We've got the fuel injection harness to go on, and so on. Yeah, so it's I think it's a good day. We got a bunch of stuff done, but just opens up a lot more work to do, so I better get at it. Thanks for watching Gary's Garage, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.